Hello, everyone. One of the greatest universal truths in the world is that everyone loves love. Where would Hollywood or Hallmark be without it? When you encounter an unbelievable bond, you want to know, how did they meet? Where did the sparks fly? How did they know that they'd be together forever? I'm happy to stand before you in Chatham, Massachusetts tonight to put an end to that mystery. Beth and I met in 7th grade. Jake, we'll get to you in a second. It was a fall morning in Mr. Downey's homeroom in Hanover Middle School. Beth and I had attended different school districts during grade school. It would not be under the same roof until 6th grade. One Monday morning, I strolled into Mr. Downey's class, fresh off of a very successful trip to Rentham Outlets. A new outfit head to toe, including one very faithful pair of Bandolino shoe boots. Beth strolled over to my desk and said to me, "Those are a great pair of shoes. Where did you get those?" It's pretty much been bliss ever since, and has led to our mantra, shoe boots to the grave. But in all seriousness, I want to express to you all how fortunate I am that I will introduce Jake, not just as Beth's husband, but as my friend for the rest of my life. Jake is equal parts driven, intelligent, and passionate, yet can make me laugh like 1% of the world's population. With his giant heart, he is so considerate, even agreeing with little to no protest to watch Selena on a Saturday night when he is outnumbered by women in a living room. In turn, Beth is truly one of the kindest and most thoughtful people I have ever encountered. No birthday is ever forgotten, no weekly check-in goes without being done. Though raised amongst two hockey brothers, she is still the gal who dotted all of her I's with hearts and will forever live by the Legally Blonde quote, "Whoever said orange was the new pink is seriously disturbed." The thing I have always admired about Jake and Beth as a couple is that they are truly a great team. Fortunately, my job brings me to New York City frequently, and I get to affectionately call their apartment my Manhattan vacation home. Those trips have offered me a unique glimpse into how strong and genuine their bond is. In their many years of courtship, they have successfully grown and flourished together, which is no easy feat. It also doesn't hurt that they look like life-size Ken and Barbie. Beth and I have always joked that we will retire to Florida sporting matching gold and silver jumpsuits. I look forward to Jake stirring our 2 p.m. martinis, no doubt still with a head of hair even a Kennedy would be envious of. Some of my greatest memories of Beth are with the Noble family. So many great summers were spent down Cape Cod on my Harley, and the only cost of entrance was taking a turn as barmaid to Big Tom. Needless to say, I learned how to open a Sam Adams bottle in 2 seconds flat many moons ago. The list of memories goes on. Mrs. Noble feeding us lunch by the pool on half-day Tuesdays. Good old Mark picking us up at the bus stop in his white Thunderbird so we didn't have to make the arduous 500-foot walk through Wedding Village. Taking over Tom and Marta's guest bedroom after they graciously allowed 2 foolishly smug 21-year-olds to stay over in their Boston apartment during junior year winter break. The list goes on, and in fact, the first ever memory I have of Chatham Bars Inn is the 21st birthday party the Nobles hosted for Beth. 2 things stick out vividly from that May night in 2008. One moment being Beth's foreshadowing proclamation this would be the place she would get married, and the second moment was being introduced to the Jake Torrenzano for the first time in my life on that night during Holy Cross Cape Week. Little did I know the irony that was unfolding before me. If that isn't the first scene in the greatest romantic comedy yet to be written, I don't know what is. It's a tremendous feeling to have a friend that has known you more than half of your life and still decided to remain your friend. As I reflect upon our 16 years of friendship, so many milestones have been experienced together. surviving middle school with little to no help from the Macy's junior section, solidifying ourselves as the Oprah and Gail of Hanover High School, or rather we claim to be, being matched up as doubles tennis partners and captains in high school, branding our team motto, love means nothing, creating a friend group name that is still obnoxiously alive to this day, a big shout out to Hollaback that is still in the room tonight, innumerable school projects, homecoming floats, and glue gun injuries, CIA-level secret mission surprise birthday parties, legendary 4th of Julys on Nantucket, going away to college, moving to different cities, and ultimately establishing lives in different states. Amidst all of the memories and the times I look back on most warmly lack any sort of ceremony or spectacle. During high school, Beth and I would have nightly phone calls to discuss homework. To this day, I could still recite you the Noble's home telephone number. Without fail, those phone calls would seem to derail, and before you know it, we would end up discussing the meaning of life. I apologize to both Mrs. Noble and my mother that the decade-long facade has been lifted and we were not always studying for AP US history. During the calls, those two teenage gals would dive endlessly into chatter about the future. Where would we go to college? What careers would we have? Where would we live? Who would we marry? I wish I could pick up the phone and call that young and curious Elizabeth Noble and say, stop all of your wondering. I met him and he's so going to be worth the wait. With that, if we could all raise the glass to Beth and Jake, my best friends. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Cheers.